Well, I don't know what happened there. The theme song seemed to hiccup in the middle, so I don't know if it'll come out that way on the recording or not, but if it does, it's StreamYard's fault. It's not my fault.
It is usually StreamYard's fault, let's face it. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fan Flak. We're going to be discussing Disney and various and sundry associated topics. And we have a special guest today.
Georgia.
Georgia
This is my granddaughter.
And I'm sure our regulars know her. And can you introduce your friend there, Georgia?
Yeah. This is Mush Mush.
Mush Mush.
And I'm not Mush Mush. That's the dog.
That's the dog.
Yeah, I'm Mark.
Did your grandpa tell you that we once had a dog that we called Wuss Wuss?
Spanky?
No, that's Spanky. We called Spanky Wuss Wuss at one time.
That's what I said. I said Spanky.
Okay. Oh, okay. Sorry. The ears are not what they once were. All right, so let's hear about your luncheon at the Disney party.
Okay, we're having some audio issues here.
Yeah.
They usually iron themselves out if we just hang with it for a little while, so I apologize. But anyway, what Melody said is for me to talk about the holiday luncheon I went to. I went to the Disneyland Alumni Association Union. And it was very nice. Held at a real nice place. We're having some Wi-Fi issues, so keep your fingers crossed. And anyway, and it was a very nice luncheon. They had a special guest speaker and a keynote speaker. They had Garner Holt, who is the owner of Garner Holt Productions. Now, if you look them up on the internet, you'll say, wow, that's them? And one thing they're very famous for, they made the dragon whose head fell off at Disneyland.
You mean Caught Fire?
And the head fell off.
Caught Fire.
And he made it very clear that it wasn't their fault. He did admit that it was their work, but it wasn't their fault. And they've done a ton of stuff. They showed about a 5-minute video there. He really didn't talk that much, but they showed the video, and it showed all the work they had done, and it was hosted by Dick Van Dyke, which I think was pretty cool. When you have your video hosted by Dick Van Dyke. And they had a lot of Disney Imagineers that talked about what a good job they did, and that they didn't understand why Disney never hired them. Said he was all that time he was trying to get a job at Disney and they wouldn't hire him, so he started his own company, and now Disney has him build all their audio animatronic stuff. So I guess he showed them, huh?
Either that or maybe the standards have slipped a little.
I don't know. If you'd seen the stuff he does, I don't think you'd say that. He does some pretty good stuff. I posted some pictures on Facebook. If you follow me on Facebook, which of course you should.
Oh.
And Melody too, of course.
Yeah, follow him and her.
And you would be able to see all the pictures I posted, which you can't see here because, I have to see. It's really hard to do photos here because I normally have them as JPEGs. Think about computers, you know what I'm talking about. But for some ungodly reason, Streamyard will not accept JPEGs. Streamyard will only accept PDF files. So I have to take every single one of my JPEGs and convert it to a PDF in order to upload it to Streamyard. Cought's almost gone, but not completely. So anyway, that's a pain in the neck. But like I say, he showed the video, talked. I got to meet him, got my picture taken with him, shook hands with him, told him what an amazing fellow he was. And I'm sure that more than one person has told him that. And the keynote address was done by a fellow named, David Carency. And he is the director of creative development for Disney Imagineering Anaheim. So he's a wheel. And he had a lot of interesting things to say. He directed all of the decoration of the Disneyland park for the 100th anniversary. And he showed what they were originally going to use as the logo for the 100th anniversary. And you're lucky this guy was there, because it was pretty... I mean, I could have designed a better logo, and I'm not a designer, so... But it was real good. They had really good food. Let me tell you, anybody out there who's a big Disney fan, or a cast member, or a former cast member, or the family member of a cast member,
like you guys,
you should join the Disneyland Alumni Association. DisneylandAlumni.org is the website. It's only $25 to join. This event was only $45, and you got fed. They gave you this really cool soap dispenser. Georgia, tell everybody what the soap dispenser does.
It forms the shape of a Mickey when you squirt it.
Oh, cool.
So when you squirt it, it makes a foam soap shape of Mickey Mouse on the palm of your hand.
Oh.
So you can wash your hands with Mickey Mouse.
With Mickey Mouse. Well, I have a friend who was involved at Imagineering, and she attended many, many luncheons there, and I have a photo of her holding up a Mickey Mouse ice cream. That was their dessert back then. So it sounds like you went to a classier function than she went to.
Oh, this was very nice. It was a very nice meal. It was turkey and dressing, mashed potatoes, and so forth. They had a nice dessert table. They had a bar. So it was very nice. It was held at the Palm Desert Resort in City of Industry. When I first saw where it was, I said, I don't want to drive to Palm Springs.
Yeah,
but that isn't where it was. It was in City of Industry, so it was only a half hour from the house. So it was great.
Yeah. That's terrific. That sounds great.
But, I got to talking. I ran into this one lady who knows my daughter, who was a cast member for 13 years.
Yep.
And my daughter remembers her. And so it was very cool. Met, like I said, a number of cast members that worked in all sorts of areas of the park. I could have sat there for days talking to these people. I mean, you get a lot of behind-the-scenes information when you talk to people like that.
Definitely. Yeah. the that's the good thing about going to those events, is that you get to meet people, you get plugged in with whole circuits of people who know other people. So that's fantastic. I'm glad they take care of the alumni. My friend who did the marketing, marketers, they don't care. So they gave him a sandwich and an ice cream. You guys, you have frozen on this side.
Melody, I think we lost you.
No, it looks like you're frozen. At least
Melody, why don't you go out and come back in?
Will do.
We're like glitching the whole.
Oh, if you can hear me or not. Melody? There she goes. Okay, well, it's just me and Georgia Red at the moment while Melody recycles her system. So we got bigger. Georgia, what are you doing?
Huh?
What are you doing? You showing everybody on the screen your tongue?
Yeah.
Why? Here comes that Melody.
Hello, I'm back.
Good.
Yeah, Georgia, I don't think I'm glitching it. I think Streamyard's glitching all over the place.
Oh, I thought it might fix it.
Yeah, no, you're right. It usually does. Because it's always one part or the other that's initiating the surge in the system. But we're back now.
Sometimes it looks on our side like it's you that's messed up, but in actuality, it's us that's messed up. So I don't know.
Who knows? It doesn't.
Uh-oh.
And it doesn't matter. Am I
Your
out
picture
again?
is frozen, but I can hear you. You froze up visually for a little while, but we could still hear you.
Yeah, you guys did the same for me a little bit ago, but I think we keep coming back. So
I'll tell you, folks, what we're going to do today is do a half-hour show, because this is too unstable a setup here right now. We're going to have to work on our internet connections.
I think what I'm going to do, let me drop out here and see if you guys can do the rest of it. And if the stability is likely to be on my end, because I'm, off in hinterlands. So,
all right, well, that's fine.
Okay. You guys have a good rest of the show. Bye, everybody. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye, sweetie.
So, it's just going to be me and Georgia for the next 15 minutes.
Yeah, 15.
So, Georgia, what is your favorite ride at Disneyland? Isn't it Radiator Springs Racers? That's what you said is your favorite. And we were on Radiator Springs Racers one time, and we got stuck.
Yeah.
On there, and they had to take us out of the car, and we had to walk back to the front.
No, but it was just like literally not even 15 steps.
Yeah, it was. We weren't way into the ride. We were right at the end of the cave where it goes out into the track.
where they check your seatbelts with the flashlight.
Right, it was right there. There was like one car, I think, in front of us.
No, two.
Two? Okay. There were two cars in front of us, and they were checking the seat belts. And then all of a sudden it quit, and then two of the cast members were arguing, because this one man came back, and he says, I think I can fix it. And the girl says, we were told to take people off the ride. So he says, hey, do what you want. So they were arguing about it. But so they took us off the ride. But that was our second try riding it. We had already ridden it once earlier.
Yeah.
Remember?
Wait, do we need the headphones?
Yes.
Why?
Because we're set up with it, and if I take it apart, we'll have to redo everything. So just leave the headphones on.
Can I take them off?
If you take them off, you won't be able to hear. Oh, yeah, you will. You'll be able to hear me. That's all there is. Yes, you can take the headphones off.
Oh, finally.
So, anyway, we don't need the headphones
Yeah, no.
since we're just talking to the microphone.
Yeah.
So, anyway, it was a real good thing. I highly recommend, like I was saying, if you are a cast member or were a cast member or like cast members or thinking about being a cast member, you should join the Disney Alumni Association. It's a really cool thing. It's only $25 a year. Go to Disneyland Alumni. It's not Disney Alumni. It's Disneyland Alumni. Because the Disney Alumni is a Florida group. So DisneylandAlumni.org. Not .com, .org. Go there. It's, like I say, it's $25. It's real easy. When I got home from the luncheon, the first thing I did was I got online and I joined the group. And I am pestering my daughter and son-in-law, who were both cast members, to join the group.
My dad and mom.
Yes. And if Georgia wasn't a kid, I'd have her join the group. Do you want to join the group?
No kids allowed.
Well, kids could come, but they don't need to join. See, you get to go for free.
Yay!
Georgia likes being a TV star. Do you like being a TV star?
Yeah.
You are welcome to stay, or you are welcome to say goodbye and go if you wish.
Stay.
You are more than welcome to stay. And you can stand up if you want. You can sit on the stool. You see, I had to get a stool because, of course, Georgia is not as tall as I am. You want me to put your friend over here? Oh, you got a place?
Yeah.
She found a place for Mush Mush. And now, Georgia, let's talk about Disney movies. What'd you think of Wish? You liked it?
I give it a 9 out of 10.
Oh, okay. That's higher than I said.
I
But
really
that's fine.
recommend it.
Okay. What's better? Wish or Encanto?
Wish.
I think Encanto. How about Wish or Coco?
Wish.
I have to disagree with that one.
I hate Coco.
You do not hate Coco. You've watched Coco with me 100 times.
I don't like
She likes Coco. She's just saying that because she wants to say Wish is better.
Okay. Next question.
Okay. You said your favorite ride is Radiator Springs Racers. What's your favorite ride at Disneyland? Well, what rides have you been on at Disneyland?
There's a lot.
Have you been on the Peter Pan ride?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, I love that one.
I do, too. That's one of my favorite rides. How about the Rise of the Resistance? Have you been on that? That's a cool ride. You see the AT-ATs? Do you know what an AT-AT is? That's those four-legged robots from
yeah.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
They have two of them that are full size, way up there. They're huge. It's amazing. Yep, I really like the AT-ATs. Yep, that I gotta tell you, that's my favorite ride at Disneyland now, is the Rise of the Resistance. Peter Pan's a close second. I really like that's one of those rides, even though it is ancient. I mean, it was there from the get-go. And Peter Pan is still an hour wait almost all the time, which is really unusual for a ride that's been there that long, that the wait would be that long. Because most of the rides that have been around that long, like, Pinocchio and Snow White and those rides, those are 10-minute waits 90% of the time, but not Peter Pan. Peter Pan's, like I say, Peter Pan's usually an hour wait.
What other questions do you have for me?
Well, let's see. What stuffed animal would you like from Disneyland for Christmas?
The Wish Star.
Yeah, Georgia collects Squishmallows. If you're not familiar with what they are, they're
little.
they're giant-sized Beanie Babies.
Let me explain.
Okay.
I know what they are more. Okay, so they're basically like stuffed animals that are like animals, or like. Let me go get you an example.
Okay, Georgia's going to go get a Squishmallow and show you what it is. But they're treating them somewhat like Beanie Babies, and they're making them collectible, and some of them harder to find than others. So the kids, that's, what they want. Now, the star one at Disneyland is not a Squishmallow.
I got two examples.
Okay. So here, what is this one's name?
This one's name is Laura.
Laura, is that her official company name? Laura. Okay.
And this is Stuffy.
Okay.
Stuffy.
That's Stuffy. Now, are these both genuine Squishmallows?
Yes.
So these are the collectible ones. Squishmallows. And where do they sell these?
They sell them at like Target, Walmart, like any kind of place like
Target and Walmart.
yeah.
Okay. So, if one of your kids asks you for a Squishmallow for Christmas, that's what they're asking you for, is one of those things. Now, we're going to have an episode and talk to you about ideas for Christmas presents. Now, Georgia has already decided what she wants for Christmas.
Oh, the number one thing I want
Listen
is
to
the
this.
Oculus.
An Oculus.
My own.
Of her very own.
Yeah.
Now, Mommy and Daddy are going to have to decide if they're okay with Georgia having an Oculus. Because what an Oculus is a VR headset.
Yeah.
And Georgia plays this game called Gorilla Tag.
Yeah. If you're not familiar with it, you run around with like gorillas and you get like stuff like they're called cosmetics, and like you could like get like a hat or like a face thing or like a badge or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a game you have to be careful, because if you're not careful, sometimes you get in trouble on there.
Yeah. People say a lot of bad words, beware.
And you shouldn't say bad words.
Including sometimes me.
And you shouldn't say bad words when you're 8 years old. Georgia.
No, but like not actual bad words
Okay.
on there.
So anyway, we won't talk about that.
Yeah.
But Georgia likes playing the Oculus. But like I said, Mommy and Daddy are going to have to decide whether she is old enough to have an Oculus of her very own. And then we'll send Santa Claus a letter and see if Santa Claus can get a hold of one.
Yay. What about you? What about Mommy or Daddy?
Well, Mommy and Daddy make the decision. If Mommy and Daddy say no, then there's no Oculus. So keep that in mind. So you need to persuade Mommy and Daddy that that's a good idea. Remember back in the old days when your kid wanted a little toy car? Or like last year, my grandson wanted a PS5.
And he got it.
And PS5s were extremely expensive and extremely hard to get.
And last year I got a Barbie dream house.
Yes. And Barbie dream houses last year were very hard to find.
I remember the exact amount.
They were very hard to find.
$520.
They were very hard to find. And Santa Claus had to look all over the place to find one. That's what I can tell you. We might see Santa flying behind us there in the buildings, but maybe not yet. It's a little too early. Yeah.
Maybe he's like checking the chimneys so he could like go down them.
That's possible. Be checking them out and see if they've got a chimney.
Yeah.
Because if they don't have a chimney, he's got to go in the front door.
I'm going to stay up the whole night this Christmas.
Well, that's no good.
Why?
Because then he won't come at all.
Okay.
And won't leave you nothing. Well, that's not going to be any good.
Don't worry, I'm just being dramatic. I didn't actually fall.
Georgia is a very good girl 99% of the time. Especially with Grandpa. Because Grandpa insists. So anyway, we're gonna wrap up the show a little early tonight because of our technical difficulties.
Yes, sir.
We're gonna try to get this wrapped up. Melody was just, I'm sure, I don't know if you are hearing the same thing we were hearing, but Melody's audio was breaking up.
Is this live?
Well, it's live right now.
So, like, people are watching this right now?
No, it's going to play tomorrow.
Oh.
We're actually recording this Friday night, or Saturday night, I'm sorry. Saturday night, and it'll play Sunday, because...
It's like 8 o'clock.
Yeah,
what time is it?
9 o'clock. I have to, tomorrow, I have to put up the lights on the outside of the house and trim the tree.
Guess what? Today, we put up the Christmas tree.
We put up the Christmas tree today, and it has the lights built in. But the ornaments we all have to put on. And we haven't taken the box of ornaments down from the rafters.
I'm so excited to put the ornaments on.
So we're going to do that tomorrow. So that's why we had to do this tonight instead of tomorrow. So Christmas is getting in the way of the podcast. I'm sorry.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There you go. We even get a musical background. So anyway, I'm going to... play us out, and thank you for joining us on this week's impromptu podcast.
Wait,
and,
what's your channel name?
I'm sorry, Georgia?
What's your channel name?
I can't hear you,
What do
dear.
you call each other? What's your channel name?
What do we call each other?
Yeah, what's your channel name?
What's my what name?
What's your channel name?
I just call myself my name, Mark Tanner.
Okay. Mark and George is signing off.
There you go. So anyway, we will be back, and we'll see you next week, and we'll try to put something a little bit more produced. So you guys take it easy, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.